find this quite curious. So there's a big tree there, but the tree is leaning that way. So all of the canopy is over to our left. But down here on the right is all of these sticks on the ground. There aren't any there, there's none there, there are a couple here, but this bit here seems to be pointing to this little leaner that's leaning up against the tree. So is that any kind of sign? There's the leaner. Been there a while. It's poked in the ground a good 3 or 4 inches, and then there's all this kind of discreet stuff on top of it there. But it could have just fallen down. God only knows. Is that? No, I think that's actually. Rob, is this poked in the ground or is this growing? It's growing. Okay, so that one is growing. This one is just leaning. Following a little bit of a game trail, you can see. Just goes along there. This little tree. It's quite whippy and bendy, but that's been bent over and laid along the ground. And then as we went along, there's a couple of sticks there, and then of course a Y stick. And we thought it was quite interesting that this is obviously made by feet again, as opposed to animals. But hunters do come in here. But we've not had much hunting for a year and a half because of COVID. And then there's that resting on there as well. I thought that looked quite curious, as though it was some kind of marker. So we found there's a leaner there, and then there's this sort of little area here. This is the debris from a fallen tree. That's part of the fallen tree. And then there's another leaner there that isn't growing there. Rob's just picked it up. And then there's another one there. There's quite an interesting little bit over there that we'll go and have a look at now. This looks very curious. It's got this leaner into it here. Then it's got crossed things there. We've got stuff going up here, and it makes like a very interesting teepee shape that would be a very good blind for hiding in or maybe sheltering in. And then just near it we've got this big floating log, which it could have just fallen down. We've got this stuff on the floor. Hang on 1 second, I'll just do this. Then we've got this.
That's the only white tree in this.
That's the only white tree
in here.
In this bit of wood. So that is, I think that's a birch. And normally, that's a birch as well, Rob.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just that they're so covered in ivy, I think, that we didn't recognise it. So could be natural, could be. And then Rob has also seen
probably natural, but
that. And where's that asterisk?
over there.
He spotted an asterisk as well. So we've got a little leaner again. Yeah, but Rob, it could all just be tumbly down stuff, couldn't it? We haven't a clue really whether it's anything. See, have these all just fallen down when that big tree hit the ground? But that does look quite sort of, oh, I don't know, it's so hard to tell whether it's something or nothing. It really is difficult sometimes, especially now that the leaves are coming through, because it sort of masks it. Interesting area. So this comes along there, goes along there and ends up there. But the most interesting thing about it is that it's sitting in a Y stick, and it's also got a Y stick fixed on top of it, and it didn't grow there. It's either fallen or been placed there, which is interesting. Look, you remember ages ago we used to see a lot of those parallel logs. Don't notice those so much nowadays. Hey, tell you what we've not noticed today either is any ground sticks poked in the ground. I wonder if that's because we're not on a more defined trail. So there's loads of these in this wood. Loads of areas of lower ground that have filled with water because we've had a lot of rain. So we've been really carefully examining them, trying to look for prints, and this is the best we can do.
Yeah, we pulled some leaves.
We've pulled a few leaves out of it, but I mean, you still can't really tell.
Size 10.
Yeah, Rob's a size 10, but I think the toes are this end.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably 14, 15 inches long. So it's so inconclusive. Now we've just come across this. This is a beech from a beech tree, and it's a Y stick that's lodged in the tree. But if you look around, that above it is a beech tree, but the bit leaning in is older and wider and fatter than that little tree. There's another little one there, but this bit here is also older and fatter. That's not a beech tree. Neither is that. 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 And neither are those. So, where did that come from? Because it didn't fall. Because there isn't anywhere for it to fall from. Strange.